Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's topic, Jamison Hensley. Look, I've been praying, hoping, looking towards the heavens, saying, God, I don't want to touch on Lamar that much anymore. These guys make sure that he stays in the news. And you know what we're talking about. So today, of course, Jamison Hensley is at the Ravens facility looking at the players playing. And you already know there's voluntary football going in right now, right? There's voluntary football going on right now for the Baltimore Ravens. Hallelujah. Football is, before we know it, is back. So hopefully the year hurries up. But whatever. So Jamison Hensley takes it upon himself to write this or draft this tweet for everybody to see regarding the Ravens. Lamar Jackson, and these are quotes, Lamar Jackson isn't in attendance for the Ravens voluntary football school. He doesn't believe in education. Baltimore, which is installing a new offense, has its first OTA practice of May 2022. And he makes sure he puts this under it. Jackson signed his 5-year, $260 million deal 6 days ago, which made him the highest paid player at $52 million per season. Now, without me being biased, how does that read to you? No, seriously, how does it read to you? Okay, y'all gonna say I read it a little biased, right? All right, I'm gonna read it real quick through so y'all can't say I'm reading it biased. It says Lamar Jackson isn't in attendance for the Ravens voluntary football school. Baltimore, which is installing a new offense, has its first OTA practice May 2022. Or May 22nd. Jackson signed his 5-year, $260 million deal 6 days ago, which made him the highest paid player at $52 million per season. Does that sound like I read it without bias? Okay, so now we can go in, okay? Let me tell you why this stinks, why it reeks of Jamison Hensley foolishness. And he deserves that slap. Do you know why? Because he's always trying to actively paint Lamar Jackson in the most negative light possible. He tries to grasp and hold anything negative, and if he does get something negative, he'll try to twist it into whatever he can to get the biggest story he can possibly get. And honestly, it's painful to watch. Hurts me inside. Can't you just do your job? You get access. Let me just be real with you why he bothers me. This is why Jamison Hensley bothers me. To my core, right? My molecules have a problem with him. He gets access, weekly access, to every Raven player available. Do you know what Raven player is available every week when the season starts? I'll tell you what QB1 Lamar Jackson is. He gets to ask him questions. He gets to be around him. He can pick his brain. Yeah, open up your mind. Oh, look at that. I like that. Let me see it. That's what he gets to do. And instead of just making that your story, just taking a story as it is and telling us, feeding us the story, what you try to do is build a narrative off of the stories, off of this information, off of this access. And it's getting sick and tired of all of your shenanigans. My gosh, doesn't this guy never learn? Y'all remember when the other stuff, when Lamar had gotten mad with the Twitter beef when he had with one of the tweet guys, and he tweeted, and it was inappropriate, whatever, and he took it and ran with it as being homophobic, everything else, and Lamar had to tell you, like, yo, and listen, he probably got that cease and desist letter. That's probably what he got. Even when the signing, after Lamar had signed and he did the press conference after, he was trying to drudge up any negativity he could. It's like the man worked for TMZ. But it bothers me. And this is why it bothers me. You see how he worded this? He put, Lamar Jackson isn't in attendance for the Ravens voluntary football, blah, 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 blah. And then he put how much he's making, right? How much he's making. To say, oh, he's making so much and he's absent from school. A student that doesn't want to learn. Do you notice the words that he uses to get your mind thinking one way? It's creative writing. That's how you do it. So what I did was I researched, because, you have other people that are there covering the team. I researched and said, what other players are missing? So let me tell you real quick. Lamar Jackson is missing. J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards are missing. Odell Beckham Jr., Bateman, and Aguilar are missing. Mark Andrews is missing. Ronnie Stanley is missing. Zeitler is missing. Moses is missing. Oh! But he don't hear them bring it up. You know why? Because he knows Lamar's a hot button topic. And he's trying to get as much juice out of that fruit as possible. And honestly, you know what? No, I'm going to finish this guy now.
Finish him, Daddy.
And that's what I'm going to do. Do you know why? He deserves every flack he gets. He actually deserves to be barred from his job at the Ravens facility, because what he is trying to do is he's trying to denigrate their investment. The Ravens should already be able to see this. They should be looking at it locked up and saying, hey, this guy is trying to make up and drudge up whatever he can to ruin the image of the player that we just invested $260 million into. I'm sorry, he got me mad. I'm flustered. I'm speaking a little too fast for my comfort zone. But I'm still giving you this content, though, and he needs to be content at what he gets. Let me tell you something right now. Certain times, you deal with people. You go through, you see agents, you see whatever it is, and they pick sides. They pick narratives to stand on. You get where I'm coming from? Like, there'll be, LeBron versus Jordan. What side do you stand on? What's it called with the vampire show? Jacob versus whatever. What side do you stand on? Werewolf or vampires? Like, you get where I'm coming from? That's usually the way they're trying to drudge up, views, viewership. Because actuality, that's how they get paid. But this guy is trying to twist it in the most negative light possible. And I actually am not looking forward. I'm not looking forward to him covering this team this season, because he is going to try to shine negative lights as much as he can. He's going to try to twist things as negatively as he can. And if there's anything that comes up, he will make it his prime objective to make sure it's a distraction for the Ravens. And it doesn't have to be from Lamar. It can be from any which one of them. If he sees, he's like, oh, this can affect the team. Yes. This can affect Lamar too. That's how he'll act. That's exactly how he'll act. Everyone's saying, no, Nitro, you're being so animated about it. You don't have to be like that. He won't really be like that. You really believe he wouldn't? You think he wouldn't? Jamison Hensley? JH? His name stands for, JH stands for just hope. So he always just hopes that he could catch one of these players slipping. And you can take that to your mama. I'm telling y'all, I'm not lying. This is what he's doing. And it's sad. Because I always say this, right? Players are human beings. They are. I know there's a lot more on their plate than a regular person because they're under the media's eye and scrutiny. But there's a lot on their plates. Like, imagine living your life from, let's say, 20 to 30. And everything you do is under the media's eye, under the media's microscope, under the media's viewership. Every step. How bad would you look? No, seriously. All of you that love getting wasted on Cinco de Mayo. All of y'all that look for every Irish, what's it called? A holiday so y'all can get wasted. How bad would you look? This guy would be the guy that would make sure that no one forgets your mistake. That's who he is. That's how he operates. Now, listen, I get it. It's about viewership. And if they do something wrong, of course you're going to have to cover it. But he makes sure that he twists it in the most negative possible way. Even looking things that are good and turning them into negative, putting a negative spin on them. You ever watch Beyblade? Remember when Dragoon when let it rip and he used to spin with the backward spin? That's what he does. He puts a back spin on every news story he gets his hand on regarding the Ravens. And this should scare y'all, because I'm telling y'all. You want me to tell you what can ruin great teams, dynasties? Loose lips. I'm not saying to keep, but you know what I mean. Loose lips. People trying to find out anything and try to twist it. And I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say right now, right? Let's say we don't know, but let's say Lamar and John Harbaugh get into a verbal altercation in the locker room. All the players see it. None of them comment. But it's in earshot of media, right? All the players get over it. John Harbaugh gets over it. Lamar Jackson gets over it. He would make sure that at every single press conference, he would bring it up. He would make sure it's not forgotten. He would make sure that it's not something of the past. He would make sure it's not something that we can move past. That's how he operates. And that's why I said he's dangerous. There's an enemy in our camp. You ever heard of a double agent? He's a quadruple agent. Yo. Hey! Yo. And I think, listen, every time I look at his runs, I say, my God, I try to ignore it when people quote tweet. And it gets to me eventually. And I look at it and I'll be like, man, don't you have any shame? Don't you have any will to have proper credibility in your craft? And he doesn't care. He doesn't care. He does not care. All he is trying to do is to try to catch that body before he retires. And you know exactly what I mean, because whoever reported on the Tiger Woods story, they got their body. Whoever reported on the Michael Jordan stuff, got their body. Whoever reported on the Allen Iverson stuff, got their body. That's how they get their chops. And he's trying to do the same thing. Absolutely sickening. And that's another episode of the Wonder Kid Show. Once again, thank you all for watching. You know it's all fun and games, but it's always rooted in facts and truth. And you can take that to the bank. So if you have not already done so, please do remember, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. Just be respectful to other people, and we have no problems. And if you would like to donate to this channel, to this platform, to help it grow, like you ate a mushroom in the Mario game, all you have to do is go to that Cash App, which you can find the QR code on the screen, and the Cash App's available in every description of every video that we do. And the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Also available is the Patreon. What do you get if you get the Patreon? You get access to the Discord. You get access to questions from subscribers. You get the ability to win sweepstakes for free merch. And there's a fantasy football league for next year. So go ahead, join that, become part of the Team Wunderkind. And that's another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Once again, this is Nitro, your host, signing off. And as always, you guys knows my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah!